This is Sound Off 60.
I want to make sure that the best team is the champion.
Yeah.
I want to play,
And that's key.
if that tournament comes up with this is the best team, I'm for that.
Southwest Louisiana's premier sports talk television show.
With me?
Hey.
Without me? All
That
right.
might be the
Hey.
dumbest argument we've ever had.
You
I like
are
the way he
most
does that.
idiotic imbecile if you thought that argument did not have merit. Look, did not.
All right,
McCarron.
So you're talking about my LSU quarterback?
Yeah.
What you put with me, without me.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Here are the boys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
The prevailing question might be for part of the show tonight is who were those LSU Tigers in Baton Rouge at Tiger Stadium? Who were?
Got a lot of unanswered questions. I'll tell you that.
Maybe a few. Maybe a few.
No, we have one glaring. Scooter said it early on, but I've got to go back on what I said, and I'm gonna take it back. I don't think Jennings is what's gonna be the answer at quarterback.
I'll say
Interesting.
this, what happened?
I've got to take it back. I have to.
Did not totally surprise me.
No, of course it shouldn't.
I didn't think it would be, and forget the final score.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Really? Just completely forget it?
No, you can't forget it because
Come on, man. Give
we
him
almost
some-
walked
give
out
him
with a
some
win on that
kudos.
one.
I'll
So
give him
I
some
can't
kudos,
forget it.
and that was the one bright spot. But the look, feel, and tone of that game was much worse than the final score.
Oh,
that I
okay.
didn't expect.
Yeah,
I
okay.
did not expect.
And just
I'm
it
with
did
you on
not surprise me that Mississippi State came in there and won that game. I was not convinced about LSU from their first three games, but I did not expect to. Let's call it what it was. Mississippi State dominated that game.
They did. And the one thing that I was even more so surprised at, because I think at the beginning of the season, the three of us said the biggest bright spot on LSU team would probably be their offensive line.
I know.
Got totally obliterated. Who rushes for 325 yards on the Tigers? Are you kidding
Well, that's
me?
not LSU's offensive line.
that's
No, defense. I'm getting ahead of myself. It was at a point to where, guys, and I don't know if Les Miles and the coaching staff just don't have enough confidence in Jennings to say, you know what, we're going to do something different. It got to a point to where you could look from the stands, Rick, and know what LSU was going to run. Now,
That is true.
that gets to a
That
point
sounds
to where
like the common fan talking, but
you have to
I can't argue
regroup
with you.
and you have to do something different. And I'm just gonna say this, you know, I love my defense. I love my secondary. When you've got guys on the opposing team's offense getting to the second level, you've got problems.
Hang on, hang on to that thought. Let me bounce around a little bit because we'll get back to the LSU conundrum, if you will, when it comes to offense, defense, and quarterback in the next segment. New Orleans, the Saints pick up the first win. It was expected.
Yeah.
This is an extremely undermanned Minnesota team without Adrian Peterson. They lose their starting quarterback. They don't really have much firepower, but you know what? I'm still worried about that defense, even though Minnesota only got 9 points, but they had nothing to offer.
I know.
And I'm
But-
still got
and-
concerns
and
with
I
the defense.
I didn't think Cleveland had much to offer offensively.
All three of their big stars were not
Yeah.
on the field. You're right. So I've got
I would
major
call
questions.
the Saints, they won.
Yeah.
But to me, it was somewhat underwhelming. The
Yeah, it
first
was.
quarter, it looked like everything you would expect
Yeah.
that game
Yeah.
to be. Just run them out of the Superdome.
Right.
But then,
Then they just kind of
Yeah.
went into a little bit of a shell. I mean,
Yeah.
Breeze was Breeze. He was what?
Yeah.
27,
Yeah, he was fine.
35,
It was-
close to
yeah.
300.
nice, there was a Colston sighting.
Yes, that
Yeah.
was nice.
But still not convinced.
No. All right, so it's a work in progress. I think this is a work in progress. But again, I'm not being Pollyanna-ish here, but again, guys, I'm looking around the NFL. Guess what? There's a lot of
Oh, sure.
work in
Oh,
progress
it is.
on
It
some
is.
teams.
Especially on a lot of teams having to put new quarterbacks in positions
Yeah.
that they probably came in and
Don't let me
won't be
forget. I
playing.
got some ideas and thoughts I want to run around the NFL a little bit, but the Arizona Cardinals,
Yeah.
Remember them last year? Remember I mentioned
Well,
that?
you know, they've been stockpiling
Wow.
some good drafts for a couple of years.
We want to talk more about the Arizona Cardinals. So again, all right, the McNeese Cowboys with yet another early open date.
Yeah.
They've got the Wonder Boys. That's got to rank up there, man. That's got to rank up there when it comes to names, and I don't even know what their mascot is. It
Wonder Boy.
does.
Wonder Boys.
The Wonder Boys.
I love it.
I like it too.
I would
Arkansas
love
Tech.
to see what that mascot looks like.
I don't remember. I don't. They played them back in
Sounds
whenever.
like a superhero.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
I
got to be
would
something
love
goofy
to see
looking.
that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's gotta be.
Arkansas Tech, Division II team coming in here this weekend. They had another week off, and I was at Matt Viator's press conference today. And look, Matt's going to toe the line. He's going to go company corporate line on you a little bit. But he brought up a very good point. And sometimes coaches' memories are like golfers' memories. I'm always intrigued by golfers. Remember that chip shot at the bunker in the second round?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, really? Really? But coaches' memories, and I asked Viator about, the food chain Nebraska.
Yeah.
And then the food chain really low at A&M and now Arkansas Tech. But you know what he reminded? It's South Florida last year. I'd have to check the books. I assume he was right. What came after that was West
I remember.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Remember West Alabama? And that was he touche-shade me on that one. Because
And
West
that was
Alabama
a
is Division
very
II.
good team.
Yeah.
Very
That
good
is a Division II power.
It is.
You
Who
know,
barely lost to Jacksonville State, who beat McNeese last year. So anyway, connect the dots on that one.
I
So
just think, but I mean, with them having an off weekend, you always wanted to come a little bit
That's
later
all.
in the season because of injuries, though. But I
That's all
think the
fine and
Cowboys
good.
are going to be pretty
This is
fresh.
just
Yeah.
the screwiest stop and go start
Yeah.
to
It
a
is.
Yeah.
season
It
I
is.
can ever remember.
It
One of
is.
the biggest games you probably played this
I mean,
year,
you,
probably.
know, you don't play opening day when everybody else is
Yeah.
excited. Then you have this national recognition in
Yeah.
Nebraska. And then you come back and you play Prairie View.
Yeah.
And then
No,
open day, and now Wonder Boys.
yeah, but the early open date, that week that gave them a chance to peek at Nebraska,
Yeah.
better prepare, more preparation time for
Well,
Nebraska,
yeah.
and look what happened.
Well,
Now, could they have done that a week earlier? Maybe. I don't know. It's a big what if. I say,
They played Prairie View to open the season.
Yeah.
And
the only thing I have is that second open date. I mean that technically
Yeah, I
the
mean,
second
this
open
is
date. They don't really
not
need
when
it
you need
now.
an open
That's just awful timing of that.
you need 2 weeks to get ready for the Wonder Boys.
Well, we'll get into that and when we get
No,
more
but
into
it's a
that.
game.
We'll get into more
You
into
can't
that when
take
we
them
talk
lightly
about that. Look, I want to get to it now because we're closing in on our first break. But the Roger Goodell press conference Friday, and the only reason it sticks in my head because he didn't really say anything.
No.
Is because the big Alibaba IPO got all the national news. Everybody was going gaga over Alibaba and the stock market IPO.
Yeah.
And of course, it kind of surprised me that Goodell came out with his press conference. Again, I think he'll survive, guys. But man, every day
I
it just
think he
seems
will
like a bigger
survive.
weight and a bigger anvil. I think he's starting to shed some of it. But they got to be more proactive than this, Kevin. You played in the league.
Yeah, they do. They do. And it's a lot different now, Rick. But, I think a lot of times, you always want to make sure that you get it right the first time. Because when you go back, it looked like, you know what? It just doesn't look right, Rick.
He did the mea culpa.
It just doesn't look right.
He did it. I made a
Doesn't
mistake.
look right. And you can't-
He owned up
Yeah,
to
they
it.
get that.
With the and we're talking about the Ray Rice
Yeah.
lack of suspension now,
Yeah.
the indefinite suspension, and everything it has
Yeah.
transformed. Let me throw this out quickly before we go to break. And this is not a cop out, and this is not a politically charged statement
Right.
when it comes to domestic abuse. Now with the Adrian Peterson, with even possible child abuse allegations now, because
Yeah.
he's got to go to court.
No,
he's got to go
that-
through the
that's
due
a serious
process.
charge.
But you played the game, Kevin, on a
Yeah.
high level. College, SEC, and in the NFL. The point I want to make is it's a violent league.
Yes.
These guys have violent
I know where you're going with that, Rick.
tendencies on the field and in practice. How difficult is it? And we have to expect them to be able to turn it off at home.
I don't know. I think that's.
You have to.
You think I'm overplaying it or what?
I mean, well, I'll let
You
the
have-
NFL
well,
guy.
No, I'm saying it's different at different positions, if you can understand what I'm saying when I say that. Now, You
I
gotta
can see quarterback. That's about it, maybe.
Yeah, but
kicker.
Even kicker. I mean, when you're talking about linebackers, defensive backs, defensive linemen,
Right.
offensive linemen,
Right.
running backs, because
Right.
of the physicality and hitting
Wide
people.
receivers, right.
And you know what? That's not to make an excuse, but I think the NFL want these guys to be model citizens, but yet go out on Sunday and tear somebody's head off.
I know.
Whether you have to draw the line.
You have to be able to flip the switch.
But it's at a point now where the NFL has got to step back and look and say, look, we got to find a
I
medium
don't understand you, Kevin. I have always amazed.
Well,
We're going to go a little bit long
I'm
here. I'm
gonna
going to a little bit of a counterpoint.
It's where, Scooter, I think right now, you can't have it both ways. At the quarterback position, that's a position right now that's getting a lot of scrutiny, because when are they live? When can you hit them? And we're going to talk about that too.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking
No,
about.
yeah,
but
okay,
what
so
I'm
make
saying-
his counterpoint.
but
Now, I
what I'm
raised the
saying-
question about
but what I'm
violent
I have
tendencies.
always been amazed at an NFL game, much more so than college. When the game is over, you have seen this absolute mayhem for 60 minutes and flying around and late hits and everything.
I know where you're going.
And then the whistle's over, and it's
Yeah.
all these college buddies
Yeah.
are talking.
Good
and,
point. That's a good counterpoint.
See you this summer. All
Good
the stuff.
counterpoint.
I mean,
But you know what?
which is good, I guess.
Well, but this is the thing, Scooter. You got to look at a person's mindset, Scooter. You're in a mindset right now to where it's over. Hey, we can forget about it. But if you provoke me,
So
you're
you
gonna
go
see a
home
different-
and beat your dog?
No. But if you
Dog
put me-
abuse.
But if you put me in an environment to where I'm provoked or something, that's why when you see these guys out in bars and they get into brawls, that's why, because you're provoking me. And when you do that, I go back
Great
to what I know
counterpoint.
best.
Another counterpoint. That's
Let's
a
go
good
back to what I do
counterpoint.
best.
You're
Attack.
saying Adrian Peterson's kid
No,
provoked?
Oh!
No.
See,
I'm
I-
not-
I
I'm not
raised
really-
the question. I'm
not
sitting
really
on the
the Adrian
sidelines.
Peterson deal.
Look.
I was more or less on Ray Rice's deal. I
Of
wasn't on
course,
Adrian.
domestic
I wasn't on
violence.
Ray-
All right, I
mean,
understand.
wasn't on
Look,
Adrian. I was on
I
Ray
only
Rice's deal.
want to bring up that psychological aspect,
It's-
and it's
Hit
too
a
deep for
woman.
this show.
You
We
never-
need an hour.
You never hit a woman. But Rick, my
Okay,
point, I
so
guess,
that
is what I'm saying.
You just destroyed your own point, then.
No. The point is that the NFL has got to get it right to where it's got to be some boundaries as to how they scrutinize these guys as to what they do when they making you billions of dollars, and it's okay for them to go out there and kill each other.
They need to make sure that the ones that are having issues, they can go to somebody and get help. Get some psychological help, get some counseling, something, some therapeutic help.
You
Because
have to.
look, it
You
can
have to.
go from the
It's
field
different.
into
Tell you
the
what,
kitchen.
and-
It can
and
go
you
from
know-
the field
I guess we're
into the
just going to
kitchen.
make this the longest opening
No, we're gonna
segment.
no. We got a break. So hold that.
But-
What? You
Okay.
made a great
You gotta get it
counterpoint.
in.
Don't
You gotta
blow
get
it,
a
Hobbs.
counterpoint. You
You made a
understand.
great counterpoint. Unbelievable counterpoint.
Oh,
Hold
don't
it
even
there.
go there, Rick.
We might go revisit
go
this
there,
in the
Rick.
last segment.
No.
We are overtime. We're gonna come right back. We're gonna get on the LSU Tigers when we come back. Stay right here.
Sound Off 60 is brought to you by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
Miller invented light beer, the original 96-calorie Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome.
Hi, we're the Tarvers. Southwest Louisiana has been our home for all of our 30 years, and we're proud to have been born and raised in this community. We're also proud to continue the family tradition of serving the area with honesty, integrity, and Southern hospitality. And between our two stores, we have 150 employees who share those same values. If you already buy or service your vehicles with us, we'd like to say thank you. And if not, whether you're in the market for an import or a domestic, or you're interested in a career as part of our team, we'd like to invite you to come see what a car buying experience is supposed to be like at Lake Charles Toyota and Tarver Ford.
Dr. Cassio was my choice. Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Brett Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Soundoff 60.
What is it about Luxair cooling products that deliver the comfort you've been wishing for? Is it their energy-saving performance? Those super cozy moments with loved ones? Or perhaps it's that great feeling you get in helping those wishing for a little comfort of their own. For over a decade, we've been helping deliver hope, strength, and joy to Make-A-Wish children and families at a time when they need it most. Find out how Luxair home comfort products will make you feel really good this season. Luxair, the comfort you've been wishing for.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge. That's where we are, our fun and games for the next 50 or so minutes. We're second segment. Don't forget about the Toyota Tundra truck Jack Me Up giveaway going on here at Lauberge Casino. Get your entries. Truck. It's coming up this weekend. Yeah. They're going to be giving away that big jacked up truck, the Toyota Tundra. Or you know, you got pieces if you can get an allotment of $50,000 cash. Either, but you got to get your entries in.
That's a big boy toy.
So,
that's what they call it. That's what they call it. It's a big boy toy.
I like that.
I'm just. That's
he was the timing of that too.
No,
is very good
that's
timing.
What they call it.
Very good timing. Speaking of bad timing, let me say this.
Okay.
I watched the LSU game. You guys were there. I'm watching it, and I said, I can't be the only guy in the country, and I didn't hear all the commentary, but I can't be the only guy in the country who's thinking that Dak Prescott, of who he looked like. Who did he look like?
Cam Newton.
You? No, a little closer to that. Who do you think he looked like playing a quarterback?
You kind of got me on
Seattle's Russell Wilson. No, I'm talking about his stature.
He's bigger than
way bigger than Russell Wilson. Way
I don't know about way bigger.
I've seen the kid up close.
In fact, looking at him on the
he's
we should point out,
he's no Cam Newton. Come on, he's no 6'6".
No Cam Newton.
Grandparents still live in Benton. His dad's still around here. No, he's bigger than. In fact, they list him at I think 6'1", 230.
Yeah.
Which 230 looked about right, but to me he looked taller than 6'1".
He looked like he looks taller than 6'1"? I met him at a basketball game, and I thought he was about 6 foot 210.
Well, I'm talking about
he
on
might
the
have put
field.
Some ball.
I didn't see him in street clothes.
In street clothes,
but he looked like full grown.
But how he played, guys. I'm sitting up and thinking,
you can't say nothing bad
Russell
about
Wilson reincarnated. The long touchdown, he moved in, he moved out, spun around, threw it. This is Russell Wilson, guys.
And when you look at that, and you have to take from those guys what they did is that LSU's work in progress. I mean, we can see that now. We thought those games before was like,
You couldn't have thought they were number 8 in the country.
We knew
Come
those
on.
games.
No, I didn't.
We knew
I know
games.
you didn't. I want him to take off the purple and gold hat.
On the first one against Wisconsin, I said, well, we might have a little something there. I did.
I wasn't.
But now the other ones, I was like, no, let's just see when we get into conference play what's really going on. And I tell you guys, the biggest thing what scares me the most, Mississippi State being probably the worstest team in the West.
No, they're not.
Oh, come on, Kevin. Kevin.
Who do you think's worse?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. That's a good Mississippi State team.
They might surprise you. They might surprise you.
Who?
I don't think they'll win the West. Don't get me wrong.
No.
But they might surprise. They might beat A&M.
Are they top 15?
I don't know.
Let's put it in. Are they top 15?
No.
I think they are.
They are top 15.
Are you serious, Scooter?
Yo, you see
top 15, Scooter?
I think they're about 15.
I think so too.
No, I don't.
Oh my! Did you see the game?
Wait, Rick. Wait. We had a bad day.
Oh, come on.
We had a bad day.
This is LSU.
We had a bad day.
LSU's got very good players, and they ran through them like a paper
I'll put it
towel.
this way. I'm not sure LSU's a top 20 team.
I don't know either.
They're at 18 right now.
That's a pretty good Mississippi State team.
Look,
I'll give you that, but that's not what the discussion about.
No, go ahead.
Let's don't talk about what's right with Mississippi State.
All right.
That's not a way
Let's
to
talk about what's
react
wrong
to a
with the
game
Tigers,
like
okay?
that.
Yeah,
Let's talk about what's wrong with LSU.
I've got a few, Scooter.
All right. What's wrong?
I have a few.
303 yards in rushing. They couldn't stop anybody.
570 yards off. The most
That's
yards
crazy.
a mile. team.
That's
I
just-
mean,
that
what
is
the running back went for what, 178, 182?
Robinson was.
I didn't want to
was
see
it
it.
over 2?
I didn't want to see it.
190,
I didn't wanna
194
see
or
it.
something like
It
that.
looked
Didn't
like
wanna see it.
300.
Okay. But look, guys, when you look at it, and I'm saying, this is the thing that gets me, Scooter. I'm still surprised, and I know it's him, Rick. It's Scooter, it's what he does. But Les Miles' demeanor when I'm looking at the scoreboard and we getting drummed.
That's just the way he is.
I don't
man.
get
That's
that.
the way he is.
Well,
Did
if
you
you
see-
look on the other sideline, it looks like Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation. You know?
I know.
They were jumping around. I mean, it was crazy, man.
Dan Mullen.
But I'm just, and
But
you know what?
they had a pretty good coaching night
Yeah.
with Cousin Eddie.
But my thing, Rick, as a former player, you feed off your coach's reaction sometimes. You look at, and it's off the subject, but look at Saban when Sims messed up
Okay,
that throw.
all right.
Oh, my
you are
God.
You are way off
But-
base
but I'm-
here.
but I'm-
I mean,
I'm
if
just saying-
nothing else,
I'm
Les
just saying-
Miles, hold on, Les Miles has always got them to play. Now, they
I
play
understand that. I
stupid like
understand
they
that.
did the other night.
But when you flat, Scooter, you was flat from the start. They
I
were
don't think
flat.
they were flat.
They were
Let me raise this question
were
because
flat.
I caught the Les Miles post game, and I'm usually at McNeese game, so I don't catch it. But you know, he wanted. I don't know. He didn't have his press conference today. Yeah. All right. After the game, he held back because he was challenged about were the Tigers outplayed, and the question was rephrased several times. And he wanted to reserve judgment until he looked at the tape. And he brought up a good point about the defense. It wasn't so much he wanted. Again, I'm paraphrasing. You were there, obviously. Not outplayed, but he mentioned something about defensive calls. So maybe they were in the
Apparently
wrong
that-
formations and alignments
Some
at times.
calls got in late. Some
There you
wrong
go.
calls came
Yeah.
in.
We talked about communication. But is it an excuse? Is it what?
But Rick,
What?
no, the biggest thing that I saw, Rick, to where they ended up getting first yard downs were when you went for the tackle, you were too concerned about the strip. Get him down first.
Yeah.
Get him down first.
That is.
And that's
that is.
it's crazy. We were taught if you've got somebody
But they
close to you.
stripped Prescott. It was a turning point in the game
yes.
early.
But what I'm saying, Rick, but
Hunter
you gotta,
took it in for the
But Rick,
touchdown.
the thing is, Rick, you've got to know when to do it, Rick. You do that mostly when you've got people around you, teammates,
Right.
because you know
Yeah,
if
but
you
he
miss
was
it.
already
Yeah,
stopped.
right, he
They
was stopped.
stripped-
You're right. All right.
So
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
To Kevin's point, in the open field, that was as bad as I can
cannot
ever
do that.
remember
And that's
LSU
what-
tackles.
That's what hurt.
And because they were going
I
for
mean, they
strips,
were
it
out
was
for
just bad
But I
tackling.
mean, Mississippi State has joined the 21st century. They spread you out. They create that open
Hello,
space.
Scooter. Hello.
Right.
Hello.
I was very impressed with
Hello.
Prescott. I'm
I was
sitting here.
too. How could you not be?
I'm thinking here, this is Russell Wilson. Wilson. I'm sorry, guys. All right, we're up against the clock. We're going to get back to LSU.
Yeah,
We're going to get back to the quarterback situation, more in their
like a
defense,
player.
and the powerhouse coming in. Oh, wow. New Mexico State. All right. Hang on that. Hang on that. All right, we're up against the clock. When we come back, we'll talk McNeese Cowboys. We got the Saints coming up
Yes.
as well. Stay right here. We're coming right back to Jack Daniels.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford, Beglis Parkway in Sulphur.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
Choosing your doctors and healthcare professionals is an important and personal decision, and one that you should feel totally comfortable with. Hello, I'm Dr. Trisa Guidry, and I'd like to welcome you to our clinic, where your health and well-being is our top priority. I'm a board-certified OBGYN and a graduate of LSU. My dedicated staff and I would like to invite you to call for a consultation and appointment. You will experience the trust, comfort, and medical treatments you deserve. We are Dr. Trisa Guidry.
All right, welcome back to Jack. We're here at Lauberge Casino talking about now the McNeese Cowboys are 1-1, getting ready for Arkansas Tech after yet another open week. The question I had for Coach Viator was where we stand, where do they stand on this quarterback question? He was on our show last week.
Yeah.
We all quizzed him on it. It was going to be an open week, further mulling, wondering if he's going to have yet a consistent starter and then a guy he's going to rotate in from the second position or not. I somewhat challenged him again. It's now past the open week. I don't know who the starter's going to be. All right? So he doesn't know who the starter's going to be.
In McNeese's case, I know I've said this before, I think Viator can pull that off. I think he can play both of them.
I do too.
I really think.
Well, he's got to.
He's done it before.
He's got to.
I'm not as confident of LSU doing this, but I think Matt Viator is comfortable with that.
But you also have to factor in because of the talent and the diversity of the talent.
And what he's always said, he said he don't want to play the same guy. Twice.
Of course.
But if you have two, widely different quarterbacks like McNeese has,
and very
I think
good
he's comfortable with that. And if he's comfortable with that, I think he can make it work.
Go ahead, Kevin.
It's an advantage to Matt and the whole offensive staff because, Rick, when you put a defense having to prepare for two different people, man, you can't because you know what? You've got to split so much time on what they do and to where it takes away from you concentrating on one guy that you know that's a straight drop back quarterback. And that, I think, to Matt and them's advantage, man, why would you want to change that?
After the A&M game, I questioned him about that, about the elevation of one over the other.
Yeah.
And we talked about it last week on this very show. And I was reading between the lines somewhat, but we talked to him about it on the show.
Yeah.
Intimated that he is eventually feels comfortable with having to know who the guy is. Remember that?
Right.
I want to know who the guy is and who the other guy is.
Yeah.
And I wrote in Line Out Magazine, I'm thinking, why? To your point,
yeah.
Let them both be the guy.
And I think it's rare. I think it's rare.
And I think that's the path he's going to take. I really do.
I remember watching on television the first half of that Nebraska game, and that's when it occurred to me.
Yeah.
That might just work as is. Everybody's saying, well, who's got the edge now?
Who's got the edge?
Who
cares?
Who's winning this quarterback?
Yeah.
I don't know that matters. It does at LSU, but I don't know if it matters at McNeese.
Look,
I really don't.
Using both and you can be successful and win. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
I kind of fall in that train of
really,
thought.
you're going to need both throughout the whole year.
It is crazy. It is not, it goes against, the dogma. If you've got two quarterbacks, you don't have one.
But you're going to get to a point, you got to play the hot hand. If they get up against Abilene Christian, and Abilene Christian is shutting down the passing game with Bolfing, then you got to go with Sam.
But more to your point, you've got to play the situation.
There you go.
I mean, I didn't even see them switching them in and out in the middle of a drive.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. I don't know.
If
I don't know if he can do that. I don't know if he's going to do that.
Well, but think about it, Rick. You have to play down and just a little bit what Scooter said.
Yeah, he has. You're right.
If you've got a 3rd and 4, and if you bring in Sam's, you got the defense saying,
Well, same thing with Prescott, right? At Mississippi State.
Yeah.
They had a lot of 3rd down and 4.
You've got that.
And they didn't cover the run, and he ran.
Because he can run and he can pass.
That's right. Okay. So I say let them both. They're both. Yeah. And you're talking about
winning, let them play both.
Maybe this wrist injury that Daniel Sams came into it from Kansas State was a bit more than anticipated because Viator is saying he's still working through the throwing motion with the wrist injury, so he'll throw better. He hasn't been as accurate, and the touch is a little off, but maybe it'll get better.
Just watching him feet-wise, he's good. He's okay.
And he keeps saying that this quarterback is a different situation because guys, man, they're not like last year's argument. Remember with Menzel and Mettenberger and A.J. McCarron that I talked. Remember McCarron here, Mettenberger here.
Yeah.
Remember that in college?
You were stupid.
And I wasn't stupid. Now here it's Bolfing and Sam. Man, these two guys are right there. All right.
But tell me, you were at the press lunch the other day. Tell me about the Wonder Boys. I know, are they they're Division 2?
Division 2.
They're
2-1.
Division 2 like West Alabama?
Pretty solid. No.
What do they run, Rick? Spread? What are they? I mean,
I don't care.
I'm just asking. Scooter asked the question.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't even pay attention.
With it.
I haven't even read the bio on Arkansas.
Okay.
I don't care.
I was just going
look,
with it.
I'm not forgetting about West Alabama. I was there at West Alabama, and I was just
right.
like, this quarterback was just tall. I mean, he's going everywhere. I couldn't believe this guy.
I remember that.
West
no,
Alabama also had,
I remember that.
for a Division II team, they had like 4 or 5 SEC transfers.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, a lot like Troy used to be, kind of a
Yeah.
thing. Look, Arkansas
Yeah.
Tech is Arkansas Tech. Look, the Cowboys.
Where is Arkansas Tech?
Where? I don't know, and I don't care.
That may be one of our trivia questions.
It could be.
tonight.
What I'm saying is, look, the Cowboys are approaching this kind of like the way they should.
It's in
methodical.
Arkansas.
It is in Arkansas.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess northeast Arkansas. Look, they're going to approach this as another opponent. They're not going to overlook it. They're
Arkansas State is in northeast.
Yeah, they're in Jonesboro.
They have to.
Did they not move? You know, Arkansas State.
They have to.
Anyway, it's more worried about the Cowboys and not so much as Arkansas Tech. I was a little surprised when I asked him who the starter was going to be. And he said, I don't know yet. So that tells me Viator still.
He knows.
I don't know.
He knows.
I think he knows.
It's Sarah asking
He
the question.
knows.
Are you
I
telling
think
me
he
he
knows.
doesn't want to answer my question?
He
Oh,
knows.
you think so? All right, we're up
think
against
he
the clock. We'll take a short pause. Coming up next, we're going to talk black and gold New Orleans Saints getting ready for the boys with the star on the
I'm
side.
not done with LSU yet.
No, we're
Me
getting
neither.
back to
I'm not
LSU.
done either.
We're
I've
going to
got
get
some
back
more.
to LSU. We'll do that in about 2.5. Stay right here.
We are worldwide, 365 and 24/7 at soundoff60.com. Soundoff 60 is presented by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Back after this break.
Gold. It's the color of quality, the color of taste, the color of a true Pilsner. Let your eyes drink it in. When you want a real light beer, it's Miller time.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Brett Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Soundoff 60.
Hi, we're the Tarvers. Southwest Louisiana has been our home for all of our 30 years, and we're proud to have been born and raised in this community. We're also proud to continue the family tradition of serving the area with honesty, integrity, and Southern hospitality. And between our two stores, we have 150 employees who share those same values. If you already buy or service your vehicles with us, we'd like to say thank you. And if not, whether you're in the market for an import or a domestic, or you're interested in a career as part of our team, we'd like to invite you to come see what a car buying experience is supposed to be like at Lake Charles Toyota and Tarver Ford.
Dig in. Because after a few icy seconds, you'll discover the light beer brewed for 21 days. And that's time well spent. When you want a real light beer, it's Miller time.
All right, talking about a team work in progress, that would be the New Orleans Saints. They're now they're 1-2. All right, so a lot of good teams are 1-2. All right, Green Bay. Think about Green Bay. Think about Carolina. Now, Carolina's 2-1 though, but we'll get on that later. All right, so they
looked bad yesterday.
Yeah, they did. That's a good thing. All right, so it's 20-9 over Minnesota. They look, they're tough at home. Everybody knows the Saints are just ratcheted up at home. I wasn't overwhelmed by anything. I still like the way Kyrie Robinson runs the football. 69 yards.
But those first two drives, they did whatever they wanted.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
They ran, they threw, they ran, they threw, they ran, they threw, whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, did the Vikings make adjustments or what?
They just stopped.
But, I mean, every yard was a struggle.
And it wasn't like Breeze was off. I mean, he was like 27 out of 35.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought
kind of just went into a funk. Fine. Just kind of went into a funk. They missed an extra point. Missed an extra point.
I was really concerned when the Vikings lost their starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Because you know the Saints' history.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
You know, the best thing you can do is get your starting quarterback.
Yeah. Well, that's history.
Because backup quarterbacks destroy
They always come in
particularly young, highly touted ones.
Teddy Bridgewater, he looked pretty good.
Yeah, he was okay.
He looked okay.
Okay.
He did.
He didn't look lost. In fact, if I'm them, I think he will be, because I think it turns out the guy broke his foot.
Yeah, he's got several bumps.
But I would say, yeah, Bridgewater looked okay. I just expected him to destroy the Saints. When they showed the starter being taken off on a cart, I said, oh, it's over.
Oh, boy. All right.
It's over.
The Dallas Cowboys, Sunday night prime time. Look, Dallas is 2-1.
Yeah,
they haven't looked overly impressive.
You never know what you're going to get.
You don't.
You never know.
Romo with a pick 6 yesterday, but they rallied back from a 21-point deficit. And I was kind of poking around because I wanted to get tabs on the Cowboys. That's the largest they match a largest comeback ever in team history at 21 points. But it's the Rams, and the Rams don't have a whole lot of firepower either. So they rally back. DeMarco Murray, strong runner. Dez Bryant, Bryant and Witten. Yeah. Romo, if Romo's on, and if Romo has his head on straight and don't throw into quadruple coverage, this can be a formidable team. It can be.
They play pretty decent when they're at home.
Yes, they do. You're talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys. But, looking at the Saints game on yesterday, the only thing that I'm looking at and I'm seeing is that the Saints' interior line is going to have to fix. Is this one of the games that we've seen people get to breeze the most, if not somewhat a little bit more? He was
a little bit. I'm with you.
He was flustered there a little bit.
I'm a little.
They seem
and
to have
speaking of that, all right, the WWE move. All right, he slammed to the ground. He gets up, love the fire, pushing anybody in sight. I'm talking about Breeze. I think he kind of pushed the wrong guy, but that's okay.
I didn't think he cared about it. I thought my impression of that,
I think they both.
He was just getting that guy out of the way because he wanted to go to the ref. He was fighting his case for the flag.
You think?
Because I don't think it was that ref that threw the flag.
I think he was PO'd. I think he was PO'd.
But he wasn't going at that guy. He was getting that guy out of
get to the ref. All right, maybe so. I like to see that though.
But to your point, did you see after the game? I forget the guy's name. Number 24.
Captain Mutterall.
I mean, he was over talking to Breeze after the game. I assume it was some kind of apology. Or what have you. Because that is.
But Breeze is a respected
guy. You don't
guy.
slam a quarterback down like that.
No, not Breeze. Not Breeze.
I mean, Breeze is pretty respected.
Oh, I get you on that. And it was a WWE kind of move.
To your point, especially not Breeze.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I like the fire. He came up, and then I think short time afterward, I think he threw the touchdown to Marcus Colston or sometime after that. So it got some adrenaline.
To your point, though, I mean, if there was an encouraging part of that game, their defense played much better, particularly against the run. But I don't know what did Minnesota have that was going to scare you?
No, not much.
I mean, without Adrian Peterson,
not much. Not much.
So,
all right. So it's one of those games they needed to get off that O column in the win side.
They had to.
Look, we talk a lot about the Saints. Everybody knows I'm a big Saints fan. I'm still very, very optimistic on paper, but that's why they play the games, don't they? But are you guys as optimistic as I am? I mean, I still think this has got a good core, and they can turn this and they can get it going pretty good. No?
Well, yeah, I'll go along with you there because I just remember at the end of preseason, I thought, this is a good team.
I know. We talked about that.
This is a
on
good
paper,
team.
They've got no real holes, in my opinion.
But they sure need some more DBs.
I know they do.
They
I
do.
know they do. All right. Let's get back to LSU. All right.
No, we'll get them next
Can I ask a question? And I know it's probably money, but did you see the game yesterday with Malcolm Jenkins? Why did you get rid of him?
I never did.
Did you see the game he had?
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't see it. I heard about it.
Oh, my God, Rick. These are your boys, Rick.
Philadelphia.
How do you get rid of Malcolm Jenkins?
Philadelphia. Who else is on Philly's roster?
And you said no big deal.
What? Darren Sproles?
Yeah. I was the one complaining.
Look, Brandon Cooks.
Okay.
9 catches, 75 yards. Are you telling me?
He's a different player than
I know he's a different player.
Okay.
I'm saying, but his production.
And I do like Brandon Cooks now.
I do like him too.
He looks like he weighs about 130.
I'm not saying Darren Sproles I'm not saying Sproles is a non-factor.
He can run.
But the money you got to pay Sproles, and his production had fallen off, and his age. Let's see what Darren Sproles is doing.
Okay, I'm with
the 10th, 11th, and 12th week. Okay, let's see.
But let me say this though. Regardless of that, you get it when you can. But Sproles has been pretty productive.
It's 3 games in. He had a good game
He had
last week.
160 all-purpose yards last week.
This week? You mean over the
Last
weekend?
week he did.
The week before?
The week before.
What did he do over the weekend? I'm asking. I don't know. You apparently watched the game. It was a big win
didn't
for
keep
Philly.
up with
It was
that,
a
but I
big
saw
win.
the game before, then I was
All right.
blown away.
Malcolm, you raised a question.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't have a problem with them getting rid of Malcolm Jenkins. I didn't. I'm sorry. You get Jarius Byrd, who is he underperforming or I don't know. I don't know. He's getting better. It's 3 games in.
Other than the one game, I think they're okay at safety.
Your boy,
except for one game.
Your boy
One game.
Vaccaro, he's a little pretty boy. I don't get
God,
him.
where are you?
I don't get him.
Are you kidding
And I'm a
me?
DB.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's one of the pretty boys. Yeah, he
don't
wants to go
hit
for
anybody.
He'll go for the pick 6 before he even hit you.
Is he for real? Is he for real?
I mean, I watched him. I watched him.
I don't care if he
And
played.
you got former
He
DBs
doesn't
that
know
said
what
the
the
same
hell
thing
he's talking
about
about.
him.
He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
I'm not impressed with him at all. I'm not impressed with him.
We got some.
You are nuts.
I'm not impressed with him.
Vaccaro will take your head off.
Whatever. When it's an
What, to
easy
hold him
shot,
to a
He will
party?
take your head off.
When it's an easy shot, but no.
You don't hear him ripping on DBs very
I
often.
know, but he just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
The
sometimes
first
when
2
I watch
weeks,
him.
I don't, and you're the expert guy. You're the
Whatever,
guy with
I'm
the big
just saying.
screen at the
I'm
house
just saying.
with the X's and O's. I don't think Ryan was playing the defensive backs right. And this is just my humble opinion. I think they were too far back. I think it was all alignment and defensive calls.
You know why you put DBs too far back? Do you know the reason why?
Because he thinks he got weaknesses at the corner.
Yes, because you don't trust him. That's
You
why
got to get a
put
little
him
extra
20 yards
Tampa 2
back,
coverage
because you don't
there.
trust him.
Well,
Okay.
all right. We got to go to break.
You know
we
what
want
Ronnie
to
Lott
save
played for the San Francisco 49ers? 12 yards. 12
I'm
yards.
not done with LSU.
12 yards. Ronnie Lott played 12 yards his 18th year in the league.
Yeah.
Played 12 yards. You know why? People feared this
That's
dude.
right, without a finger,
People-
too. Without a finger. Up against the clock. We're coming back to Jack. He's going to get, his mind will get right, I promise.
Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort, home of Sound Off 60, and Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
Hi, we're the Tarvers. Southwest Louisiana has been our home for all of our 30 years, and we're proud to have been born and raised in this community. We're also proud to continue the family tradition of serving the area with honesty, integrity, and Southern hospitality. And between our 2 stores, we have 150 employees who share those same values. If you already buy or service your vehicles with us, we'd like to say thank you. And if not, whether you're in the market for an import or a domestic, or you're interested in a career as part of our team, we'd like to invite you to come see what a car buying experience is supposed to be like at Lake Charles Toyota and Tarver Ford.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge Casino. Do y'all smell something good coming out
It's
of the
always
kitchen?
smelling good around here.
Always smells.
Always.
This place just drives me up a tree this late in the day when I'm hungry. All right. Will Brandon Harris start against New Mexico State?
I doubt it, but he's going to
Yeah.
play a lot.
He's gonna play a lot
I mean,
more.
it doesn't. You could start against New Mexico State.
They're that bad? What are they, the
I mean,
Lobos or the Aztecs? I'm losing track.
One of them's the Aggies. No, they're the Aggies.
They're the Aggie?
They're the Aggies.
What town are they from? No, you're going to do this Arkansas Tech on me. Well, come on.
No.
Santa Fe?
Las Cruces.
Las Cruces, okay. What defense do they run?
The other one.
Who's their head coach?
Doug Martin.
Who?
Very
Doug
good,
Martin.
Scooter.
Doug Martin. Didn't he
I have
play
no
running
idea.
back for the Tampa Bay Bucks? I don't know.
That
who
I
does.
don't
No,
know.
All right.
no.
I
that
thought
wouldn't be
Hal
the same
Mummy
guy.
was a coach in New Mexico.
No, that wouldn't be the same guy.
They got rid of him? I thought Hal Mummy was out there.
I
All
don't
right.
know how Mummy is.
All right, so look.
I know
you
they
said-
throw it a lot.
You said, beginning of the show, don't worry about the final score at LSU. And I said, what? I mean,
Well,
that
I
was,
said,
look.
don't assume that meant it was a close
Oh,
game.
no,
is
no,
what
no,
I
no.
meant.
But you got, look, Brandon Harris.
I'm sitting in the stands.
Malachi Dupree. Man, that's a
Brandon
combination
Harris
that could be here for 2
has
3 years.
An arm.
He does have an arm, Scooter.
I mean, he has got.
He does have an arm. He does.
Mettenberger-esque strength.
He does
How does
have
that?
an arm.
He's this big around,
He
Kevin.
is, but he can
If
throw
he
it.
plays,
It's a live arm.
If he can just get through an SEC season without getting broken in
Broken
half,
in half,
Scooter.
I
That's
mean,
the thing.
Were you impressed? Were you impressed?
Yeah,
I was.
I was.
And the
Some
kid
nice
is-
throws.
He's fearless.
but
he's
he is.
fearless. The reason
He's a freshman.
I wrote this morning, and I'll just say it real quick again. Anthony Jennings is the safe choice.
Yeah.
He doesn't make a lot of plays, but he doesn't.
He's got a
screw
nice
up
deep
big.
ball too, though. I like his deep ball.
Well, to a degree, he misfires.
Okay.
Brandon Harris is fearless, and he'll run around and he'll carry the ball out here. He
Yeah.
might throw it anywhere.
Yeah.
He thinks he can thread any needle, so he's going to screw up.
Look.
But I don't think LSU. I'm not saying he should start, but I don't think LSU has got to do something to
they
perk
have to.
up this offense. Why? They have two athletic, mobile quarterbacks, and they're still trying to run a power eye offense.
I don't know
like
what-
Zach Mettenberger is still
I
there.
don't know
I
what's
have
that
no
school.
idea.
Who's
It
questioning
makes
Cam Cameron?
no
Who's
sense.
questioning Cam Cameron?
When that game started, by the way, LSU's 0 for 4 on coin tosses this year. But anyway, so they start with the ball.
Jeez. Yeah.
First play, right off tackle. Second play, right off tackle.
Yeah.
Third play, quarterback draw, punt.
Yeah.
Mississippi State comes out. They
Spread
look
it
like
out.
they got
Spread it
20
out.
players out there.
They
They
spread it
so
out.
spread out. And LSU could, and they
Rick-
said afterwards, well, they spread us out a little more than we wanted to be.
That's what.
Well, I guess.
That's what you do. That's
You know,
what
maybe
you
you ought
do,
to
Rick.
try it sometime.
Rick, yeah.
It's the 21st century.
This is
Go ahead,
what
Kevin,
And
jump
I
in.
understand it made sense
Here's
last
the bell,
year.
so you
I think
It made sense last year with the Mettenberger at quarterback.
Right.
But these two quarterbacks they have, they ran spread offenses in high school.
Rick.
Yeah, I do not understand what they're doing.
This is what made my blood boil sitting in the stands. You are a potent offense. You come out in the bunch offensive set. You take 4 plays on the 1 yard line. 4 plays, and you can't get in. You cannot get in. Do you know what I'm talking about, Scooter?
Yeah, I have a feeling
You
I know
on
what you're
you
Yeah, I think you know what you're talking.
you on
You
the
were at the
one-
game, were you
You
not?
on the 1 yard line, Rick. People's in the stands scratching their heads because you know what they're gonna run. You're gonna run Jennings on an off tackle play. You kidding me?
He made a bad read there. I mean, if he pitches that ball,
If he pitches
if
it,
he pitches that ball,
If he
Leonard
pitches
Fournette walks into the end zone.
if he pitches it, and it's like the first 2, you bring Hilliard in on the 3rd one, and the defense saying, "Oh, we know what they're gonna do." They bring it in. Why do you do that? Why?
I mean, I'll get back
Man,
to
I
my
love to see
original
you
point.
guys. Man, y'all hating
I'll
on
get
the
back-
Tigers.
I
Y'all hating
will
on
get- I will
LSU.
get back to my
I love my
original
Tigers
point.
now.
You're hating
I love
on
my
LSU.
Tigers, man. But I'm
Why-
saying some of
why-
the stuff just.
I do not understand why they are trying to play these quarterbacks in a straight eye.
I don't know,
You
Scooter.
have the mobile
I don't
quarterbacks that Miles has always wanted.
Put him in
I'll
a
get back to
shotgun.
that.
Keep him in a shotgun
And
or
they're
something.
sitting there running Zach Mettenberger's plays with them.
Yeah.
And the kid, Jennings, when he drops straight back, I don't know how you can tell, but you can. It's like he hadn't spotted anything yet until he starts
He has no
scrambling.
vision.
Why,
Scooter.
give
He has no
him
vision.
some read options and
Yeah.
and
The only time he's successful is when he's moving.
and
That's
bunching
all.
those linemen up like that. I mean, it's that old macho Michigan man in him, I guess.
For the record, I love my Tigers.
But I like
For the
hearing
record,
this, okay?
I love
I
my
like
Tigers.
hearing that the frustration and the questions and
It is. It is.
I'm
It's
with
just-
you.
it's getting to a point
You
where
guys
something's gotta
dissect it
give.
much closer than I do, but
And
I'm wondering
here's
the
another
same thing.
that brings to the point. Now I'm blaming it as much. I'm giving their offensive line a little bit of a break,
Scooter,
and
they
then
got
I'm blaming.
drunk. They got drunk,
Let me
Scooter.
finish. I'm blaming it on the alignment more than them just getting beat. I mean, you've seen it. They can't block 8 people. You know, and
Yeah.
the way they line up, that's what they beg people
Yeah.
to do with that double tight end set and all.
Okay.
You know, spread the fella. But keep in mind, I didn't see there was anything that wrong with their offensive line last year, and Les Miles changed offensive line coaches this year.
Okay. Now, Mississippi
Doug Raw
State
is gone.
Mississippi State, they were spread. Florida. Oh my God. Alabama.
You saw the deep balls
Auburn.
Alabama threw over the weekend?
If you think this was giving you trouble,
okay.
Well, you're talking about defense now.
Yeah,
Well, I'll give you one word.
Yeah, Scooter. You
Mississippi
think this
State,
was
what
giving you
they
trouble?
do, but the running game is more like what Auburn will do in 2 weeks. Spread the field.
Yeah.
It gets you spread out.
Let me close with this. Again, maybe I'm blowing this out of proportion. I'm not saying he's going to be in the running for the Heisman, but Prescott is a very, very, very good quarterback, and it will defy my logic if he doesn't
really
continue to
surprised
show
me.
that.
He surprised me, Rick. He really did. He surprised me.
He's Russell Wilson reincarnated.
He surprised
All
me.
right, up
He really
against the
did.
clock. Is that it? Is it time for the girls? Are we stumping the
You mean
wise
we've
guys?
been-
Bring on the girls.
We've been going that long, that quick? No,
It's
it
his
can't
cue,
be.
back in
It can't
two.
be. Really?
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
Hi, we're the Tarvers. Southwest Louisiana has been our home for all of our 30 years, and we're proud to have been born and raised in this community. We're also proud to continue the family tradition of serving the area with honesty, integrity, and Southern hospitality. And between our two stores, we have 150 employees who share those same values. If you already buy or service your vehicles with us, we'd like to say thank you. And if not, whether you're in the market for an import or a domestic, or you're interested in a career as part of our team, we'd like to invite you to come see what a car buying experience is supposed to be like at Lake Charles Toyota and Tarver Ford.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the most wonderful time, yes, the most wonderful time of the year.
Dr. Cassio was my choice.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Cassio was my choice.
Dr. Brett Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Sound Off 60.
What is it about Luxair cooling products that deliver the comfort you've been wishing for? Is it their energy-saving performance? Those super cozy moments with loved ones? Or perhaps it's that great feeling you get in helping those wishing for a little comfort of their own. For over a decade, we've been helping deliver hope, strength, and joy to Make-A-Wish children and families at a time when they need it most. Find out how Luxair home comfort products will make you feel really good this season. Luxair, the comfort you've been wishing for.
All right, we are back at Jack Daniels at Lauberge Casino. Time again for the lovely ladies of Lauberge. They're going to try to stump the wise guys, and you guys are very fetching today. Extremely fetching. That's like a 1950s word, isn't it? Fetching.
I think in 2010, you can go to jail.
What?
Don't let Robert Goodell hear.
Whoa, it's Roger Goodell, not
Roger.
And we're like Amber and Haley. Yes. They're just fetching. All right, here we go. Who's going first?
I'm going first.
All right, here we go.
All right. Who is the youngest player ever to compete in the Ryder Cup?
Ryder Cup this weekend. It is in Scotland. All right, what's the question? I'm sorry.
Who's the youngest player ever?
Youngest player ever?
Yeah.
I would say Tiger Woods.
I'm going to say Rory.
Wait a minute. Youngest ever?
Yeah.
Ever. What did you say? Rory, Tiger?
I said Tiger.
I think it's a European, but I don't.
I think it is, and I think it's somebody a good while ago. But I'm going to say Rory.
It's Sergio Garcia.
Sergio Garcia. Okay, Sergio.
I knew it was European.
Okay, Sergio.
I knew it was European. I didn't know.
I'll give you that, Sergio.
It's going to be a tough one. If it's all Ryder Cup, we're
right.
going to get it.
Yeah.
We're in for trouble.
Okay. I'm going to get some of them.
Yes.
Who was the first senior tour player to be named to a Ryder Cup team?
Senior tour. The guy from Houston. What's his name?
You're always saying the guy. What's his name?
What's the guy that I met from Houston? He's a senior guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Hal Sutton?
No, he's from Houston. You know what I'm talking about, but I can't think
Tiger
his name.
Woods' buddy.
Marco Mira?
Marco Mira.
Yes, we're going to go with Marco Mira.
Going to go with Marco Mira?
Raymond Floyd.
Come on, Stu, that should be you, buddy.
Yeah,
Come on,
we're going to
Scooter.
get skunked. All right, Haley or Amber?
All right.
That should be you.
It's my turn. All right. Name the only player to ever beat Tiger Woods in Ryder Cup singles play.
The Ryder Cup
Singles play.
I thought Tiger's Woods, his record was bad in the Ryder Cup.
Oh, in singles.
In singles, the only player.
All right, so it has to be European. He's got to be European, obviously, because he beat Tiger Woods. All right.
Well, he's had some draws, I guess.
Scooter knows this.
Lee Westwood. How's that for?
Lee Westwood.
No. It's Constantino Rocca.
I can't even pronounce his name.
Me neither.
Yeah. Okay.
We got one more, Hobbs. You said you were going to get at least
man.
one.
God, Scooter.
All right, Amber.
This is you, Scooter. This is all you, man.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, we need the Fuzzy Zeller white towel.
Here we go.
Alrighty. What player sank a historic 45-foot birdie putt that won the Ryder Cup and became known as the shot heard?
I know it. I know it. I'll give you the honors. I know that one. I saw it.
I know
Go
that
ahead.
one, too.
Get it right,
I
though.
know that one, too.
Wait, whisper
I know
it.
that one, too.
Whisper it.
Keep fingers.
Oh, come on, man. You're worse than Guidry. Justin Leonard. Justin Leonard. That's our answer. We got one. It was unbelievable. It was a birdie putt. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's when they all ran out and messed up the green. Ladies, we appreciate it. Amber
Thanks, ladies.
and
Great
Haley,
job.
Very fetching tonight. Very fetching indeed.
You like that word.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm going to have to
He's
forget
gonna
about
get
that
corrected
word,
on it,
okay?
real soon.
All right. Interesting. Ryder Cup this weekend, guys.
Yeah.
It is. That's look. It's in Scotland. A big competition. Tom Watson, the captain.
Yeah.
I don't know who's the other captain. I think he's an Englishman. Whatever. So it's going to be without Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods. Phil Mickelson is there.
Phil's my guy, though.
All
Phil's
the hot
my
guys.
guy.
A lot of younger, like Patrick
Phil's my guy.
Reed's on the team.
I like that.
Jimmy
like having
Williams, I think his name. Is it Jimmy Williams? Young guys. Hunter Mahan, you know? So we're going to see. All right. We've covered a lot of ground. Let me throw this out. We're 3 or 4 weeks into the college season. Here is my college. If we're going to pick the top 4 to go to the playoffs, here's my pick. Yes, I am. Here it is for me. Oklahoma.
Okay.
Florida State.
Okay.
Alabama.
Yeah.
And Oregon.
No, I need another SEC team in there. Nope.
Who?
Nope.
Auburn?
Auburn's got to be. Auburn's number 5 right now.
Auburn was not very impressive last
I'm
Thursday.
saying,
Scooter.
this has been a weird early part of the year, guys. Y'all totally disagree with me?
No, but I didn't
I don't
expect
disagree
to.
with
I
you,
didn't. You say it's
but
weird.
right now, they'll
I didn't
kinda-
expect for there to be 4 clear ones after 4 weeks.
I'm throwing it out there, man.
Yeah.
I'm going
No,
to
but
get
you're
on
right.
Florida State in a
You're
minute.
right. You're right, though. I mean,
Come on.
Yeah, the 4
it's
you
a
named
short
make it
list,
pretty
guys.
legit. The 4 you
Notre
named is legit.
Dame.
No,
Notre Dame
no.
might
Who are
be
you,
creeping
Lou
up.
Holtz?
No Notre Dame. No.
I'm
no,
just
not
saying,
with that,
in a
no.
couple of weeks, let's see where Notre Dame is.
Notre Dame beat Rice.
I'm
And
just
that
saying.
convinced
Yeah,
Lou
that's it,
Holtz
that's it.
I'm
Yeah.
just
they
saying.
were one of the final 4.
I'm just saying.
But no, the
I'm
4
not
you
saying
brought
they're in the
up
final
is pretty
four.
strong.
Your 4 is reasonable.
Okay,
They are.
then.
They
Stop
are.
chastising me
I think
for it.
right now though you gotta say 6 at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
I mean,
Seminole quarterback.
I think it's stupid to.
Don't call my ideas stupid.
Yeah.
No, I didn't call you stupid.
You
but I
said this
called
was
the out.
stupid. You
Well,
know?
I said it's stupid to be picking them after 4 weeks.
Jameis Winston.
Oh,
Talk
boy.
about stupidity. Kevin,
Which
we
one?
have
Wait,
gone
wait.
over and over and over this.
Yeah.
Okay? The Florida State Heisman winning quarterback He's throwing away millions of dollars. You're the dollar man.
I don't know what.
How do you get on a table
Jameis,
in this
man?
day and time and
Just,
spew off vulgarities? You just don't do that.
And you think that nobody knows you? Come on, Jameis. Come on.
He's walking out of stores with snow crab legs.
And you know what? If he would have actually owned it, they probably would have given it to him.
He's been alleged to rape a girl.
The deal on I try not to be too sanctimonious. I hate sanctimony. So the deal on the table, if that was the first thing he'd ever done, I would have said, oh, he's a college kid.
Okay,
yeah.
But you're right. There is a body of work
There's a track
here.
record going on here.
And so, yeah, you wonder, is he ever going to learn?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to know it's. Did he hurt anybody? No.
Yeah.
But my gosh, how can you be so
He's a
stupid?
representative of Florida State University.
Yeah.
He's a Heisman Trophy winner. I don't
I
care
mean,
how old
the
he
Heisman
is.
didn't hurt anybody.
But the thing is, it's
He
just
was
that,
alleged
you
to
know,
have hurt somebody, though.
Not in
Last
this
year, I know that. What
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
he
is his
was- yeah, that-
history.
yeah.
He's been accused
I
of rape,
understand that. I understand it.
sexual assault.
I think.
There's no way to explain it. I'm sorry. There's no way to
get
explain it.
Get
There's really no
If
way
there
to
was
explain
a
it.
priceless moment thus far in the college football season,
Jimbo, when he looked at him,
it
is
was
that
the look on Jimbo Fisher's face when he saw that Jameis was dressed out for warm-ups.
I saw a clip on that.
Look, guys,
We're almost out of time. Make it
with
quick.
all credit due, that wasn't Jameis. That was the equipment people. That's not him. You don't even put his suit out, okay? You don't even put it out. You put warm-ups in a cap out. That's a boo-boo on their part.
Excuses.
I gotta
We're
say
up
that.
against
That wasn't him.
Great high school football matchups coming up this week. Watch out for Sam Houston. Sam Houston is 3-0. Watch out for the Broncos.
They got a heck of a little quarterback.
We're up against the clock. We'll do it all again
Yes,
next
we
time,
will.
everybody. Cowboys and Saints next Sunday night. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Sound Off 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 60 Monday through Sunday nights, 9 p.m. and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Sound Off 60 also airs throughout the week on Communicom Cable Channel 6 at 9 p.m. across Southwest Louisiana. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the boys and access our website links at soundoff60.com.